So I've got 5 minutes each to argue whether or not abortion should be allowed. Look, the allowed thing is it's a woman's body, it's a woman's right. What we're trying to do with the kinds of thought experiment, essentially a thought experiment, is there's a baby, or we're talking about, yes, it's your body. I personally feel that nature isn't an organism that aborts. This is something humans do. This is another thing that's broken in human beings. Miscarriages and stuff like that is survival of the fittest, and I kind of in some way agree with the idea that if a baby isn't capable of being able to be born, or if it's born with deformities, that it's better to abort. The argument is, and it always has been, it's just a cell. It's just like a skin cell. It's just like a blood cell. It's not a baby. It's not anything. It's a fetus. They don't scream. They don't have feelings. They don't have emotions. Wrong on all of those counts. Whether or not they have any cognitive function is marginable, but from when the brain actually starts to form in the embryo, they automatically, because they're a human being, automatically have greater intelligence than species that are obviously greater than it. Now, if you are a feminist or a vegan or someone like that, and you're against animal cruelty, but you're against animal cruelty because animals have feelings, and you're comparing a fetus to anything like a chicken or a fucking goat or something like that, it's automatically going to be more intelligent. A human being is more intelligent than most creatures, and I say intelligent, that is a debate for me. I don't believe human beings are intelligent anymore. If you take that into consideration, even a fetus growing may not exhibit what we consider to be human adult intellect, but it's definitely beating subspecies of some primates, some frogs, fish, ducks, birds. It may not exhibit any because it's a human being and it's a fetus at this stage and it grows. So I'd say probably a fetus this big has probably got about as much intelligence as any bird, a fully grown adult bird, but it's this big. And it goes to this big and this big. Just because at the age of consciousness is about 6 or 7, is when consciousness starts to kind of wake up and you kind of go, oh, waking up, I'm alive, these are things. And you start to remember, my first memory was looking up at the sky and seeing a plane and kind of going, plane. That was my first word as well, plane. Does a fetus have any emotions or feelings until outside of the womb? You're essentially in a prison, really, aren't you? And your jailer is someone. What you hope is that the person who is you're imprisoned to is a nice person. Yeah, but they're not. They want to abort you. So they don't want to give you a chance of life. They want to abort you. It doesn't know what it doesn't know that it's being aborted, and that, you know, nobody knows anything apparently. Being self-aware, right? You don't know that you're going to go out tomorrow and get hit by a car. You don't know anything. So you don't know how a fetus feels. What you're basing your experiences on is what you can remember as being a fetus. There you go. You don't remember anything, ergo every fetus ever born, ever existed, doesn't have any feelings because I don't remember it. That's your hubris coming in again. So, that's wrong. They have feelings. They have nerve endings. You know, nerve and secondary organs start to grow at about the first trimester. If you're aborting your baby at any point, you're killing a human being. You're killing the potential for a human being. If you're a murderer, you're going to be okay with that, and you're going to justify it. That's how you can tell these people from others. Like, they're okay with murdering other human beings. We're all okay with it. Like, we have wars. Like, people have indignation about babies because there's hope there. Okay? But we send men out to wars to die. We send fucking millions of people to die in endless wars. So killing babies in the womb or killing babies in the battlefield is irrelevant, because essentially all you're doing is just throwing more babies onto the fire anyway. So if you're aborting, I've kind of run out of 5 minutes, haven't I? So on the other hand, I don't believe the human race is a species that is proven itself in any way to be anything other than violent, destructive and hateful species. Exceptions don't prove the rule. So from my perspective, aborting a fetus is no different to killing people on the battlefield. What I was trying to argue before I kind of ran out of time was, it's still the potential for life. You're killing the potential for life. What you're trying to do is absolve yourself of the sin of killing the life, but you are killing the life. As long as you're honest about it, and I hate the hateful honesty about it. I don't care. I'll kill babies whenever. It's my body. I'll do what I want. I hate that. If it was taking on the responsibility of, I killed my baby. I killed my baby. I aborted it. I didn't want my baby. I didn't want to have my baby. I killed my baby. I'm a baby killer. Okay, fine. That's a tough load to carry. And there's a lot of sympathy for you on that. Similar to how I would feel if someone sent their husband or son to die in a war. And they went, I did that. He died, whatever, So it's murder. I just prefer it that people be honest about it being murder and that they are murder, because they just don't want to be labelled with they just want to absolve themselves of the sin of the murder because they've committed the murder now and they have to live with that. After a while, a woman will just parts of her brain are just going to fall off. When my dog died, I had to order the injection, and it was the lethal injection, and that needle going into the arm, I still remember it, and I just remember her falling asleep, and I carry that pain with me every day. And I did it for the right reasons. She was sick. She'd had cancer. She was dying. She'd had her uterus removed. Her legs collapsed at the door, and I just remember she just couldn't walk anymore. It was fucking horrible. She couldn't walk anymore. She just couldn't. And she was lying by the fucking front door, for the back door, waiting to be let out. I carry that every day. I ordered her own death. I killed her. My mum wrote the fucking, she signed the paper. She signed it, but I ordered it. And I have to deal with that. I hate myself for it. That's how a woman experiences abortion. And believe me, I have fucking scrabbled to justify what I did that day, even though I knew it was for the right reasons. I cried at the vet. I did the right thing, didn't I? And he said, yes, you did the right thing. And I still didn't believe him, because I knew I killed my little baby. So I know a lot of people don't feel like that about their babies, their own fucking children. That's sad. That's how I feel about abortion. Psychopaths and